Remember when Ruben Amorim hinted in a press conference about making 2 big signings? Could he be about to develop the best front line in the Premier League? That's arguable. But if you add Matheus Cunha and Victor Osimhen to an already world-beaten Ahmad in that front line for Manchester United, in Ruben's preferred 3-4-3 formation, you could be looking at a completely different Manchester United next season. This is Forever United TV, of course. I'm Adam. Welcome along to the video, everybody. Please do drop your comments in and let me know what you think about this possible lineup, because we're getting more and more news now coming out daily about the deals possibly in line for Manchester United going into this summer. I'm going to talk about who said what on each player: Matheus Cunha, Victor Osimhen. Where are we with Delap, of course, as well, from people from ESPN, The Athletic and Fabrizio Romano, all talking now. Nearly every single journalist that I know of that is covering Manchester United, including Sky Sports, ESPN, The Athletic, Romano, everybody is covering this story right now. It is real. There are talks going on, and it is significant for Ruben Amorim going into next season. So let's start with Osimhen, because that was the one that we were looking for an update for this morning. Now, last night, Fabrizio Romano said that Manchester United are 100% interested in Victor Osimhen. They want him in their side. Now, Tuttosport over in Italy have actually gone as far as to say that Manchester United are very, very confident that they can get a deal done. It is dependent on certain amounts of money that are coming into Manchester United, but they have gone as far as agreeing personal terms, Tuttosport are saying, with the entourage of Victor Osimhen. And this deal is ready to go as soon as Manchester United agree anything with Napoli. Now, what Romano said on Osimhen is true. There is nothing agreed and there is nothing substantial in place. That doesn't mean that personal terms might briefly or just in agreement be there. So what we're saying there is there may be an agreement in place verbally on personal terms, and he is happy to move to United. So United have touched base with the agents of Osimhen. They've said that we can afford this. He's happy with that. And Tuttosport are running that report and saying that Manchester United are ready to go with Osimhen. It is dependent on funds and money, and that's when we come into the Napoli situation. So United have done their groundwork with Osimhen, and they've got everything in place ready to go. So that would be your focal point, your striker. And there is definitely something there with United and Napoli going into maybe the Garnacho scenario as well. Maybe a bit of a make-weight. So even if United are not in the Champions League, like Romano said, they're still going to look at what funds are available. And if something can be done, United are in for Osimhen. It's as simple as that. There is genuine interest there, and Osimhen could be coming to United. And like we just said then, Tuttosport have come out and said that personal terms have been agreed between United and Osimhen in principle. Now, that's where we're at with the focal point. Like I said, the number 9. So what about the 10? Of course, last night, the craziness of the Matheus Cunha stories going around. Romano has reported it. He has now given Manchester United full priority and doesn't want to go anywhere else. Arsenal, no. Newcastle, no. Forest, no. Manchester United, 100% yes. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. This has fallen into Manchester United's hands perfectly. Can you imagine Osimhen, Cunha and Ahmad in that front three? That would be a completely different setup altogether for Manchester United. Just on the Cunha situation, obviously we broke the news last night about him feeling part of the project, happy to work with Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim and Manchester United's board being aligned that this is a player that is ready to go and is at an elite level. The other thing with Cunha and why Manchester United are going all in, and everybody at the club is on board with this deal, is because they see how he has worked in Victor Pereira, a 3-4-3 formation at Wolves, and how easy it is for him. Well, Cunha is a top priority for Manchester United right now. Now, from the Wolves side of things, the story coming out from The Athletic and Larry Whitwell on this is that Matheus Cunha and Wolves have got that agreement in place where the release clause is 62.5 million. ESPN are running this, Sky are running this, and The Athletic, mainly through Larry Whitwell, are running this as well. Wolves want full payment. So they want the full value. There is no less. There is no room for agreements in terms of getting a cheaper price. There is no room for haggling at all for Manchester United in this deal. Manchester United are okay with that, but want to pay in instalments. And apparently, according to Laurie Whitwell of The Athletic, there is room for this and this can happen. Manchester United can get this deal done in instalments. It is doable for them, and Wolves are happy to go along with that. Now, there was some reports about the wage structure and what Manchester United were going to be offering Matheus Cunha as well. Now, Ben Jacobs has come out today talking to Gimme Sports about this deal, and he has said that Matheus Cunha is in fact only on 90 grand a week, not the 150 grand a week that was being reported last night. So Ben Jacobs has come out and said Cunha's on 90 grand a week. This makes Manchester United's attempt to sign Matheus Cunha a little bit simpler, because they will be able to work on a package which keeps him at the club for at least 5 to 6 years on a very affordable wages. You could in fact say that Matheus Cunha comes into Manchester United, he's given 100 grand more a week in wages, and he still isn't going to break in past anything that Manchester United have paid already under Ineos in terms of contract and wage situation. There is room for Manchester United to negotiate with his wages and his contracts. Personal terms, like Romano said yesterday, have gone well. There is a project that has been explained. Sky are reporting this as well as ESPN right now. A project has been explained. Everything is very clear and everything moved along very, very well in the first meetings. And this is now where we're at. We're hearing little snippets and stories coming out regarding why Cunha wants to come to United. We got a bit of it last night. A big piece of it is Ruben Amorim. The system, the project, and what Manchester United are building towards is why Matheus Cunha wants to come to Old Trafford, and not Forest, Newcastle or Arsenal that have already invested their interest into Matheus Cunha. All he wants is Manchester United. Priority number one is Manchester United. And the big thing from United's side we're hearing today is that the hierarchy at board level and recruitment team and Ruben Amorim are all on exactly the same page with this deal. They want it to happen. They feel that Cunha fits Manchester United's profile of player, what they need, experience and characteristics, in what Manchester United are lacking right now. So, Osimhen, definitely interest from Manchester United. Matheus Cunha deal is already being negotiated. Manchester United moving very, very close to having 2 new forwards in at the football club. Now, Liam Delap, we spoke about this morning, being the top target for Manchester United. Don't be surprised all of a sudden if United do qualify for the Champions League, Delap signs also for United. These are the opportunities and possibilities that United have got if we do win the Europa League. Now, the Athletic are still holding on to the fact that Manchester United have got Liam Delap as their top striker target. So, what you can say is Cunha, yes. Osimhen, interest on certain boundaries regarding the financial package. Liam Delap, easy transfer for Manchester United to get done. Either way, even if we do get Osimhen, we can still make something happen with Liam Delap. That's if we get in the Champions League, though. And that is basically where we're at. And you add them two to Ahmad, and that, I think, with him coming back and being available for Manchester United from the start of May, and possibly for that first leg of the semi-final in Bilbao, this is exciting times to think for Manchester United that we could actually have Cunha in no matter what. Even if we don't win the Europa League, Cunha is coming to Manchester United. Let that sink in. Osimhen would go the same way, but what can United do to make Osimhen happen if we don't get the Champions League? And don't take it as definitely needing the Champions League to get Osimhen in as well. Romano only said it's dependent on what Manchester United do this season and what funds are available. If they can move things around, they will move things around. And Osimhen could be joining Cunha in that Manchester United attack next season. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, everybody. How good would that forward line be? Ahmad, Cunha, Osimhen. Wow. Now that is a game changer. Comment below, let me know what you think. If you love the content and the updates, please give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification as well to make sure that you are up to date with everything going on at Manchester United. Cheers for watching, everyone.